And good morning. It's Wednesday morning. Today we look at Matthew 25, verses 1 through 13. The kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. For when the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them, but the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. As the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and slept. But at midnight there was a cry, "Here is the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all those virgins rose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out." But the wise answered, saying, "Since there will not be enough for us and for you, go rather to the dealers and buy for yourselves." And while they were going to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was shut. Afterward the other virgins came also, saying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." But he answered, "Truly I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour." So, ancient Near Eastern wedding customs. Apparently, what would happen is that a couple would be planning to get married, and rather than send out save the day things and set a date and have all this partying and everything leading up to this big day, they would have a kind of an agreement that we're going to get married sometime next week, and the groom would simply show up and take the bride away, and there'd be a festivity and a party and a ceremony and all that sort of thing, but it really depended on what time the groom arrived, and some grooms would show up in the middle of the night. That's apparently what this groom did. They were all sleeping, and he shows up at midnight. And the wise virgins have oil for their lamps, but the foolish have run out. And the wise say, "Well, go to the dealer and buy some." I don't know where in ancient world you would have found a dealer who was open at midnight, but that's not my problem. They go to buy oil, and when they come back, it's too late. The feast has begun. They can't get in. And that's really the point. Jesus is saying you need to be ready, because you don't know when the bridegroom is going to come, and when he comes, there'll be a feast, and you want to be included. And so there's a kind of a threat here that if you're not wise and prepared and ready, that Jesus will come at an unexpected hour and you won't be included. Jesus seemed to talk like that a fair bit, and seems to believe that that's kind of true and wants to make that point. But, when we look at who he was theologically in a larger sense, we say Jesus doesn't act like that. He's not going to turn you away. Certainly not because you ran out of oil or something. You didn't have your breakfast, so you can't come in. He's more open than that. He loves more than that, and he's full of grace. And so even those sorts of sins that don't really make a difference in life, they're going to be overlooked and forgiven as well. So don't panic when you read something like this, but hear the point. And the point is, Jesus wants us to be ready, to be faithful, to be followers, and not to be out there asleep with our oil running out and our lamps sputtering and unprepared. Let's be ready for him to come at all times, and that way, when he does come, we'll be there smiling and happy and ready to serve. Kind of the whole message of Advent really is be ready. So let's be ready. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. It's getting close to Christmas, so we'll see you then.